Jesus Christ outweighs anything in this life. Knowing him gives us our high position, where we find our true dignity. The poor should be glad that riches mean nothing to God. Otherwise, these people would be considered unworthy. The rich should be glad that money means nothing to God because money is easily lost. We find true wealth by developing our spiritual lives, not by developing our financial assets. God is interested in what is lasting, which is our souls, not in what's temporary, our money or possessions. See Mark chapter 4, verses 18 and 19 for Jesus' words on this subject. Strive to treat each person as Christ would. If wealth, power, and status mean nothing to God, why do we attribute so much importance to them and so much honor to those who possess them? Do your material possessions give you goals and reasons for living? If they were gone, what would be left? What you have in your heart matters to God and endures for eternity. The crown of life is like the victory wreath given to winning athletes. See 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25. God's crown of life is not glory and honor here on earth, but the reward of eternal life, living with God forever. The way to be in God's winner's circle is by loving him and staying faithful even under pressure. Temptation comes from evil desires inside us, not from God. It begins with an evil thought and becomes sin when we dwell on that thought and allow it to become an action. Like a snowball rolling downhill, sin grows more destructive the more we let it have its way. The best time to stop temptation is before it is too strong or moving too fast to control. See Matthew chapter 4, verse 1 through 11, 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13, 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 22 for more about escaping temptation. People who live for God often wonder why they still have temptation. Does God tempt them? God tests people, but he does not tempt them by trying to seduce them into sin. God allows Satan to tempt people in order to refine their faith and to help them grow in their dependence on Christ. We can resist the temptation to sin by turning to God for strength and choosing to obey his word. It is easy to blame others and make excuses for evil thoughts and wrong actions. We excuse such things as 1, it's the other person's fault, 2, I couldn't help it, 3, everybody's doing it, 4, it was just a mistake, 5, nobody's perfect, 6, the devil made me do it, 7, I was pressured into it, 8, I didn't know I was wrong, or 9, God is tempting me. A person who makes excuses is trying to shift the blame to something or someone else. As a Christian, accept responsibility for your wrongs, confess them, and ask God for forgiveness. The Bible often compares goodness with light and evil with shadow and darkness. For other passages where God is pictured as light, Psalm chapter 27, verse 1, Isaiah chapter 60, verses 19 to 22, and John chapter 1, verses 1 through 14. We have to remember, God cannot be tempted, nor can he tempt, because that first and foremost, he is holy. He is holy above all else. So I think we just saw in Revelation somewhere where he surrounds his people, this New Jerusalem, that he will surround them with fire. There is nothing. God can't stand sin in any which way, shape, or form, and he is a consuming fire. Nothing gets to him that is not absolutely pure.
Right. But he will allow us to be tempted.
Well, we have a
free will choice.
We have a freedom of free will. It's true.
But he is not the tempter.
No, he doesn't tempt her. And for people to say, and it's been my excuse, and it's been a lot of people's excuses. Got divorced because God meant to put us together. if you're being with somebody else at the time. No, he didn't do that. He's not doing that. He's not telling you to be with somebody else when you are married currently to your spouse. He's not he's not going to come to you and say, oh wow, really, you got to be with this other person now. That first one, that was a mistake. I'm sorry about that. This other person here, they're the ones. He's not going to do that. He's just not.
No. God will never put you with someone else's spouse.
No.
And he will never put a spouse with someone else.
Right. But he's not going to, he doesn't stand there with a club in one hand and a dangling temptation in the other waiting for you to take it. Right. That's not, he would rather that you he gives you instructions actually and how to avoid that. Mm-hmm. And he promises to help you avoid that. So he's not the one tempting you. He's the one on your side trying to get you out of it. Right. And since Christ has died for us and paid for all those sins, none of that is held against you, but he does want to save you the grief that those sins will produce. Right. So, okay. Hope everybody has a glorious day, and we'll talk to you later.